He's gone. There it is. Here we go. That
Well,
should
and
have
the
turned
Miranda, Frank? Yeah.
No, and it's on your left one.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Sound should be on. You can let us know. Oh, yeah, close that. Oops, sorry, Scott.
Just step on it.
Like a 2-minute delay. We have some special guests here. I'm sure you all know. Get some air in here. Because it's very, very warm. I'm just waiting for the okay that we're live, and you can hear me. You should be able to hear me. Crafty, can you hear me? She's always awesome.
Oh, she's wonderful. I love Mary. Her daughter, too.
Oh wow, you know everybody, huh?
I'm blessed.
Yeah. They have arrived.
Frankie. Hey, Frankie.
Hey, Franklin.
If you want to let them go.
You're knocking Auntie Tracy over.
I just want to unleash him. Here.
Come here. You're not going to go out that window.
Okay, Crafty. Nursery sound is on. Welcome to Mail Call. Today we have some special guests with us. And we're so happy they came. Would you like to announce your names? I'm sure everybody.
Sim from New York.
I'm from New York.
And Scott, Frankie's dad, and Bumbles.
And Lynn, Frankie, and Bumble's mama.
And Scott's.
Just the boss.
Okay. We only have a couple packages, so that's pretty good. So they can, we can get to some questions if you'd like. Who wants to open the first piece of mail? We will have Sim open the first piece of mail. See you all. Oh, I gotta write it down, don't I?
It's a donation from Darwin. Thank you, Darwin.
Thank you very much, Darwin.
Thank you, Darwin.
I don't know whether anybody trying to hide and drive me here. Where'd all my friends go?
Do you want me to write it up there?
Ah, I'll probably get trip over that. I don't want you to trip because you are the guest. Oh, look, I have to erase you soon. Okay. Thank you, Darwin, you said, right?
Yes.
He's on a mission to knock Auntie Tracy over.
I'm getting better at standing around here. Okay. And thank you very much, Darwin. Oh my God. Hang on, man. Sorry, I'm not really prepared.
We threw a curveball by coming earlier than they were expecting anybody today.
Well, no, I've been running around all day, so it feels nice to sit and relax. Okay, who would like the next package? Want to do it together?
Sure. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Do I trust you with these, or do you want me to?
That's
Like your
dangerous.
thumbs.
It's very dangerous. Ooh, that was close. Hide this out of the way.
Tide Pods.
Ooh!
Tide Pods.
Tide Pods.
From Eric and Jude.
Eric and Jude. Thank you, Eric and Jude. They supply us once a week at least.
That is
Tide
awesome.
Pods. Yes, they take care of us every week so we don't run out.
Fantastic.
We only do a little bit of laundry.
They did one load this week.
Yes.
One.
All right. And that was a forced load.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Half the load, yeah. Wasted water.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
All right, guys, we have our awesome friends here from Western Mass and
New York.
New York. Yes. Do you guys have any questions for them? Let's see. Indy Dunes took a picture of us. Indy Dunes. Hi everyone, great to see you. Thank you for visiting.
Glad to be here.
Happy to be here.
Yes.
First time.
This your first time here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Crafty. Crafty always does these really cool pictures.
Oh, mail call on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, love it.
Yep, she did great. And we have Mr. Frank here.
Hi,
Come say
Frankie.
hi.
Franken, come on, sugar.
Frankie, come.
He's like, I want to see Karen.
Come on.
And how old is Frank now? He is
Just turned 3 in July.
nice. How much does he weigh?
145.
Nice. Less than me. That's too bad.
It's a shame, all of that, isn't it? I'm clocking in where Bumble is, and Frankie's nice and sleek.
He's a good boy.
He is
No, hard worker.
an
Yes.
amazing dog, just like, he should be. A lot of training and love went into this dog from all sides, and
Yes, you're looking for.
it's paid off in spades.
Who's that? Oh, here comes
Mama
Haley.
Haley!
Come on in, Haley, and say hi to your fan club. Oh, we have another
Frank is
question.
my fan
You
club.
want to pull a Dane and sit on my lap?
I've got a Coranda. This is
All right.
nice. He's like, can I have her sandwich?
Crafty's asking, what does Frank think of the nursery?
Hey,
Frank, what do you think of the nursery?
That is very tasty.
Frank, what's your opinion of the nursery? Beautiful.
He says, I want Karen to come in too. I want everybody to come into the nursery. with
All my
me."
friends.
Hi, honey.
He is a handsome boy, that's for sure.
Getting big.
Okay, Indy Dunes, have you visited the dogs yet today? Have you visited the puppies? You guys have visited the
I
puppies?
Sin
I
did,
did.
and we've met a few outside, so it was
Oh,
great.
yes. Karen was walking a couple, so
Yeah.
so that was nice. What do you think?
They're awesome.
Who's your,
Adorable.
who's your favorite puppy? I don't have a favorite.
My
puppy.
favorite puppy is Jack.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yep.
Gotta
And
be-
Winnie's a close second.
Gotta be Winnie for me.
Yeah, Winnie is. She's hard to not love. Yeah.
I pick Frank.
Yeah.
Next question. No. I'm a Banks fan. He
You're a
reminds
Banks
me of Frank.
Yeah.
He's got that same sweet face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they're
don't
all-
let his face fool you.
Yeah. I know.
He was my favorite because he was the underdog at first. He was the little runt.
And he's so tall now. He's taller than a lot of them, I think. Okay, Indy Dunes, how is Bumble?
Bumble's doing great. He's probably lying on Lynn's bed right now.
You turn the puppy
Snoring.
cam on and see him. He's drooling all over the bed. He's
Oh,
doing well.
But Bumble's doing well.
awesome. You guys have someone staying there with him while you guys
Yes.
are-
Yeah, our neighbors are in the house.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
nice.
with Kinley and Bumble while we're gone.
Oh, Kinley too. How's Kinley doing?
She's hysterical. She's
As
crazy.
always.
She's crazed and confused, as we call
She
it.
started to sleep on the bed with me last night, and then she gave up and went on the floor. But I got her in my room with me.
Oh, that's awesome. Bob V from Minnesota. Was Frank excited to see everyone?
He was over the moon to see everyone. He really was. He got so excited to see everybody that helped train him.
Yes, he's a good.
When you
good
came off
boy.
the highway, was he like,
No, I was expecting it.
Linebrook, he was like, "Oh, I'm home."
You can smell it.
They know it. They
I know I'm
just
going somewhere.
they never
Somewhere I
they
know.
never forget the love that came from here.
Yes. Yes, I'm surprised that all of them do remember. They could be gone for years and come back, and
Yeah,
it's awesome.
yeah. The
Best
minute we
part
hit the
about it.
road, though, Frank was like,
Okay, let's see. Indy Dunes, are you still having to work on Frank's confidence because of others with unruly dogs in public?
Yes, we had a problem today. We were trying to cross the road. A truck came by full of dogs barking, and he kind of reared back, but he snaps back into it very quickly.
Doesn't realize how big he is.
"We walked on the beach."
Frank, did you go to the beach?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have fun at the beach with those big waves? Yeah. Okay, let's see, Crafty. Did Frank know several miles away that he was coming to SDP?
I think we tricked him because we went to Newburyport first and we approached it the other angle. So, like, I think he's used to approaching from the south.
Yeah.
And so I think had we come straight up from the south, it would have clicked in his head more rapidly.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until we got on Linebrook that he was ready. He was ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
And the driveway always got Bumble too. He's like, I'm home.
Yep. We all know.
Karen,
Yes.
can I have the cheeseburger?
The balloon? Anita Flo from New York. What a treat to see all these folks and Frank, of course. Thank you, Anita.
Hi, Anita.
Yes, it is a very nice treat to see them all. And you guys going home tomorrow? Will you
Yeah.
stop overnight?
We're staying overnight, going home tomorrow. Got to beat the weather as we head west.
Is it? Oh, that's right, because it will. You leaving early? Supposed to start tonight, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to start overnight, and then the rain is supposed to be more intense in the morning, so we're going to leave about noon,
Oh, okay.
head west. Yeah.
I'll be here at 7 a.m.
Then I'll be ready to do the walk on Sunday, and then I head to my daughter's, and then home on Monday.
We're doing as much of the walk as I can handle on Sunday, and she leaves us. Her daughter lives an hour away, so she always has an excuse to come our direction.
And you're not that far from them, right?
I'm almost 5 hours, just over 5 hours. But my daughter's just over an hour.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's
if I don't go to their house, they usually drive there to meet me. And
yeah. Oh, that's great.
yeah, get to share those hugs.
Yep. Well, we're all happy to see you here.
We're happy to be here.
Crafty, has Frank seen his sister Bianca?
Not
No.
this trip.
Not this trip, no.
Bianca's,
He doesn't care.
yeah.
I love it.
No, he doesn't get sugar.
Balloons are fine. It's just those pop-up tents.
Yeah.
We were having
He's
fun
fine.
with-
Yeah, he's fine with balloons.
Well, I know
Bumble.
baboons work.
Bumble. Oh, not the,
Nemesis.
Yeah,
not
I
the
know.
baboons.
Yeah.
Crafty, has Frank been out to the Appalachian Trail?
We live right there. It's not even a quarter mile up the road from our house.
Nice.
So, Bumble has been, you have gotten to the point where I don't know that you could handle the rockiness.
I don't know.
I can't any longer either.
I don't think
It's beautiful.
Is it?
It's right up our street, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Thanks,
Awesome. Crafty, what would you like to say to the SDP viewer community?
I would like to say thank you for all your donations. Everything helps to keep the mission going. So thank you immensely. I don't know where I'd be without the dogs.
Yes, awesome. And it's so nice to have a loving family with them. Huh, Frank?
And I would just say thank you for the support. The support right now means as much as the donations.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We're in
yes.
this together.
Yes, the support is huge, very huge. Yeah, and we thank you all for helping us get through everything, and these puppies are doing great. The new puppies, the older puppies are doing great. So
They're all puppies.
They're all
puppies,
babies.
Yeah.
They're all babies. I call Bumble Puppyhead Fred all the time, so.
They're all very loved, very well taken care of.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a towel, babe. The nurturing that, I mean, I've been here many times, and I was blessed to be able to volunteer many times down here, and the nurturing that you witness when you're here is like nothing I've ever seen.
Yes.
The love shines.
Yes. That's what I love about it. I mean, I
That's
don't
what
have
got
any-
us all hooked.
It's not the slobber.
I mean, that totally plays a part.
It's a close second.
Yeah.
Close second.
It's like moisturizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Rub it
Rub
in.
it in.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Fluffy, hi. How long has Frank being with them?
December 13th.
2.
December
years.
13th, 21. Yeah.
21? Oh, so almost 2 years. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
And
awesome.
it's flown by. and he's still going through random growth spurts. So I swear I wake up, it's like having a toddler again. You wake up and they're in college, but you wake up and Frank's another inch taller. He's catching up to Bumble, and Bumble is almost 35 inches tall. He's truly a Walter boy.
It's amazing.
Yeah, he's a magnificent dog. I mean, he's just the structure.
Solid dog.
He is.
And this guy is just, he's got the most soulful eyes of any dog I've ever met.
Yep, they all look at you with those.
And he loves to work.
Yes. Yep, they do love their people. Once they,
He
they
sees,
attach. Oh,
sees
my
his
goodness.
vest and he comes running.
Yes, he's a good boy. Yeah, we saw Turby last weekend.
Yes.
At the motorcycle run, and oh my goodness,
He's a big boy.
huge.
He looks great. I saw the photos. He looks
Yes.
great.
I have like 100 photos on my phone here, but a lot of them of him just going like this or like this. So, so I don't want to post them all because they're all the same except for he's turning his head one way.
But you can never get enough.
No. And my daughter always says to me, "How come you don't have any pictures of us kids?" I said,
I like the dogs.
"They don't talk back to me."
Don't have to put him through college either.
Nope.
Yeah.
Crafty says he'll be 3 years old July. He was born July 2020.
20th. Yep.
Mhm. 2020.
Randoms.
Let's see, Crafty. Who are Bumble and Frankie's favorite visiting dog friends?
I would say
Oh, it's got to be that little doodle.
Mia.
Yeah.
They love little Mia.
Do they?
Yeah, she's Scott's mom's miniature golden doodle, and she's hysterical. I mean, she comes in our house, and from the time she was a puppy, and she stayed with us for 3 weeks, she has no fear. And now she goes to daycare, so we walk into their house, and Frank just goes, "Where is the whirling dervish?" And she runs circles around him, and she has a habit, no matter what toy another dog has, Mia steals it, jumps up on the couch, sets it down, and goes,
Yeah,
"I got it."
that's Bella.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bella does that, and then if they go near her, she'll go, "Arr." She'll just go. And then she'll go, "Arr." Okay, let's see. Crafty, that hamburger is interesting. I thought you were testing him on food.
No, the balloons were a training issue with Bumble, so we had to keep on going near the balloons to stop them from being so afraid of them. So when the farm heard that, they decided to start training the dogs with the balloons.
The balloons were a real issue for Bumble, and
Yeah.
it took months to work him through that. I mean, God forbid it have the legs on it and it'd be one of those walking balloons. Bumble we're gone. We don't need food this week. We're done.
Oh, that's so
Good
funny.
boy.
Yes, there's balloons everywhere here.
Yeah. We
Awesome.
can thank Jamie for that.
I know, every time I see her come with it, she looks like the clown car with all the balloons in the back. She pulls up. I'm like, oh no.
That's
I'm like,
great.
thank you, Jamie.
Haley gets all excited. I'm like, oh.
You
Yeah.
guys might need a helium tank and some balloons.
Well, Jamie gets all the, I don't know, rejects.
Mhm.
The ones that aren't sold at the store.
Oh,
So she
great.
gets to bring them, and
Perfect.
yeah, so we don't
That's
have to
awesome.
pay for them.
Perfect.
Nice.
That one was in the corner for like 4 or 5 days, and
Yeah.
nobody noticed it. And then when I left on Sunday night, I always go on my phone and check to make sure they settle down before I leave. And I go on the phone and I see Sugar over there going like that. And I went, oh no, the poor thing's gonna be up all night and I won't be able to sleep. That she's freaked out about that, so I went in and I put it out
That's
there.
why he moved it.
Oh.
No, it's
Yeah.
staying.
Well, yeah.
We'll let it
I
freak
didn't
him
want her
out.
to have nightmares.
Uh-huh.
Oh
no, the cheeseburger gonna get you!
Well, she was the other one, I can't remember who was in here with her, was all curled up, nice and ready to sleep, but she was like against this wall, scared. And I'm like, no.
So I
Can't
guess I
have that.
should have put the hot dog in here. Is that less intimidating?
You mean the Frank? We have the Frank.
Well, we have cheeseburger and hot dog.
Oh, there's a hot dog too.
Perfect.
And one martini.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Styling.
Indy Dunes, favorite memories or a funny story of Bumble and Frank in Kinley 2? you have a favorite story?
The Bumble story you told once on
Yeah.
mail. The Bumble first time in a public restroom with him story. That's probably the funniest.
The first time in a public restroom on the way back from SDP getting Bumble. Walked into the restroom, nobody was in there, thank God. Got into the stall, and it went something like this. Head up! No, don't put your head there. No, don't sniff that.
Don't drink.
No, up.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Oh, he heard his girlfriend
So,
Sarah too.
I went through all the different commands that I learned on the farm and then some, and he just was very intrigued about the whole process of going to the bathroom. And I was glad that nobody was in the restroom because I could only imagine that somebody was calling child services.
Guy in the handicap stall and he's being really strange.
By the time I got out of the stall, they must have had tour buses because it was completely packed. So I met up with Lynn outside the restrooms and I said, hurry back to the car.
He was like, so he's walking with Bumble and Bumble's pacing perfectly and Scott's going, get in the car, get in the car.
He's a good boy, huh? I know, you know what I have in my hand. I'm not gonna give you one now. You're
Oh.
a very good boy.
He can't have chicken.
Well,
he can't
does
have milk
do these
bones.
have chicken? Oh,
Is it a milk bone?
yeah.
Sadly, he
Yeah,
can't
milk
eat
bone
them.
has chicken.
Yeah, they're chicken based. But that's okay, Dad's got duck jerky. Oh, he's got beef too.
Would you like one of these?
Where's the
Are
beef?
you waiting?
Yes,
Are you
please.
waiting?
Yes, please.
He says, I thought you had it.
Good
Good
boy.
boy.
I'm gonna put it over here for safekeeping.
Yep, and that's
Really?
exactly what he did.
Crafty wants to know, have your dogs been to a balloon festival?
He's
My
a very
sister's
good
dog
man.
hates them,
He's a good man.
even when they are a mile away.
Like a hot air balloon?
That must be what she means.
I would
That's cool.
assume a hot air balloon festival. They're beautiful. They're beautiful to
I've seen
see.
pictures, yeah.
I have some
I was
great
in
photos.
one in Africa.
Yeah?
Over the Serengeti.
Oh,
Wow.
That doesn't get any better than that.
marvelous.
I've been in one down
It's
in the
beautiful.
southern tier. It's
Yeah.
gorgeous. And I was afraid of heights and I wasn't going to go in one. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
talked
it's great.
into it and it was wonderful.
We saw tons of animals when we were
Well,
up there.
I would love to bring Frank, but he's probably going to be scared of all the...
Yeah, and the fire, the thing,
Yeah.
yeah. it would
It's
be
very
scary.
loud too.
Oh, yeah,
when they
that
blow 'em up.
I
Only
think
way.
they had one at the fairgrounds once.
They
Like
had,
last year or something.
they were supposed to have it this year. I remember they put it on, they had to go through the town, people were complaining about it. And I think when they were supposed to have it, we had bad storms. So I think that's what happened. Crafty, one of my favorite walking parks is a preferred launch area for balloons. Oh, nice. Where is Crafty located?
Texas.
Tex? Oh, that's right, because it's. I hope it's cooler there, Crafty.
Oh, we hope so for you.
Yes, you're a good man.
Fluffy,
You're
is
very
Bumble from
handsome.
SDP, and is he
You're very
retired
handsome.
dog in the house?
Very
with
handsome.
Frank.
You're a good man.
Yes, Bumble is from
You're a good
SDP and he is retired.
You're a very good man. Yes.
He has some heart conditions that made him retire early. But he's on medication and he's doing well. His last Holter monitor was positive, so
Yeah, it showed, the one prior to that, before the new med, showed multiple runs of tachycardia every hour, and even when he was sleeping. And the last Holter monitor, it was very clear that all the meds are titrated perfectly. And we're just thankful that our vet, she looked at us and said, this is not in my wheelhouse. You're going to Upstate Vet in Latham, New York, and they have been incredible.
That's awesome.
They've kept him healthy. I mean, he's doing as well can be. I mean, he's 6. He turned 6 in July, and he is just the frosty face doll. He's just a doll, like Frank. He's just a doll.
He's such a good boy.
Floppy wants to know, do you guys have to deal with a lot of people trying to pat Frank?
Absolutely, it's a struggle every time we go anywhere that somebody is inevitably gonna be trying to pet him or get down in his face and talk to him, and it's just
Handsome, huh?
it's just a matter of explaining to people that by doing that you're risking my safety.
We made a stop at the gas station today.
Yeah.
And a lady came up, what's his name? What's his name? I said, can't tell you his name.
Stop.
Why not? I said, because if you distract him, you're going to make his handler follow. You're putting, risk to them both. Oh, thank you for teaching me that. I won't acknowledge him, but he's so handsome. So.
I love the people that are like, they appreciate being educated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I thought
great.
she was going to make some comment like, well, why can't I? Or can I pet him? And no, she was really good about it. So.
Yeah, that's great. We do find by and large that kids are much better than adults.
I've
because
always said that.
There's
yeah.
I think there's a lot of education now in schools
Yes.
pertaining to service dogs and
Also, parents are more concerned about their kid's safety than.
yeah.
So, like, my parents taught me, you always ask before you touch a strange dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, regular pets. So,
Yeah.
You just never
with
know.
service dogs.
The big thing that we find is we have a problem sometimes. People want to pet him and they get down and they stare him in the eye, and Frank just backs up. He literally will shake
Yeah.
his head. He's like, no, this is not good. You don't look a dog in the eye.
No. Nope. Yeah,
But he's never a problem. He's never a problem with it. We've had a couple problems in Walmart. We had a dog come right at his face. We rounded the corner and the dog lunged at him. Was on a 6-foot lead because all service dogs are on 6-foot leads in public. And the dog came right after him. And after that, for a solid month, Frank would not get out of the car in that parking lot.
Yeah.
When we pulled in, he would start trembling.
And that's why you should keep your pets at home. They do not belong in Walmart.
You had that problem in Home Depot with those guys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That ran the cart into him.
Yeah, they ran a cargo cart right into him. But yeah, it's an epidemic of dogs who, and especially having a Bumble, we find that since COVID, it's gotten 10 times worse because people genuinely won't leave home without their dogs because they were together so much they're afraid to leave their dog.
And the dogs freak out when they
And
leave.
it's not fair to the dog. Your dog doesn't want to be in Walmart. Your
No.
dog wants to be safe at home in their safe space.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And they're not trained for it. That's
Yeah. I mean, we have neighbors and she has a service dog in training, and we went to Walmart and we just did some downstays. They stayed, far apart, and then we made them closer and closer, and pretty soon their noses were a foot apart and they're just looking at each other.
Both perfectly still.
Both perfectly still, flawless. It was like the other dog wasn't even there.
That's awesome.
But I mean, that's the rock solid training that these dogs have now, and it's amazing. What they can do when they're not disrupted is astounding.
I think he's bored.
Scott might actually be using a wheelchair if it hadn't been for SDP 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, because you guys kept him walking.
Yep. Yes.
That's how I met you guys?
Yeah, 4.5 years.
That's so long.
No. Yeah, 4.5 years.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it's been that long, huh?
Yeah. I walk in the barn. I was the barn manager at the time, so I didn't do any of the training or matching process. I walk in the barn and I see this woman who looks like my mom. I'm like, what?
I do. It's a compliment. Thank you. It's a big compliment.
And then I get to talk to her more, and she acts like my mom. She has the same values as my mom.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do you want to be best friends with my mom?
And so now Jody and I are, thick as thieves. I adore her. I do the whole family.
Yeah.
The whole family. But except Haley. I'm on the fence about Haley.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I hope you get to meet
questionable.
her one day. She's
questionable.
I've heard pretty bad things about her.
Yeah, horrible, horrible.
Oh, yeah. Don't believe everything you read.
Amen to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Crafty. The park is in Plano, Texas, north of Dallas. It's a very large park next to a lovely river, and the annual balloon festival launches from a field in the park. Commercial balloon outfits often launch in the afternoons when the weather is nice.
Wow,
Nice.
this sounds beautiful.
Amy Jones, thank you so much for being our special guest today. It's so important for viewers to see recipients with their dogs. People need to hear how much a recipient's life has improved and what it's like to get their mobility back. Absolutely.
It's for Scott. It was, and I don't know if other recipients feel the same way. It wasn't as much about getting it back, but keeping it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Scott can do things now that he couldn't do 4.5 years ago. He can do things he wouldn't have dreamt of doing 4.5 years ago, and it's amazing to me. I watch this man who was a shell of a man, and you all brought him back. Thank you.
Lynn cries saying this every single time.
But it's true.
It's just so sweet.
When you
Give him
see
water.
it, when you see it, and when you do it, it's impactful. But when you live it, it's remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you all.
Oh.
Thanks for picking this boy. He was the perfect match for our family.
Yeah.
He's
So
so
the
handsome.
day that Scott and Frank were gonna be matched, Lynn was staying at the hotel and Scott was here. And Lynn's like, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? And I'm like, okay. So as I'm walking Frank to the guest house, I snap a picture of him and send it to Lynn. So Lynn knew like 2 seconds before Scott did.
So I had to pretend I didn't know, and we had made a joke on the way here. We made a wisecrack. Well, it's not going to be Frank. Frank's too little. But if it's Frank, we're going to have to call him Frank Levi, because Scott's grandfather was Levi Frank.
Oh.
So it just worked out well that we just jokingly called him Levi all the time. That's how he knows he's in trouble.
So when you found out that it was Frank, what did you do in the hotel room?
I was so upset that we had another dog who looked like Bumble, and when we went places, everybody, his Bumble's fan club throughout the area, because he's got a ton. Bumble's got so many people who love him, justifiably so. I was afraid that we'd walk in places and people would go, Bumble, and Scott would break down, and I'm sorry, he's so sick, he can't work, he's so sick, because it's devastating to lose your partner and to face the uncertainty of a dog you don't know. And so when Haley sent me the picture, I was mad because I didn't know Frank yet. It took 3 seconds once I met him to fall in love. But I actually stomped around my room at the DoubleTree going, Frank, Frank, Frank. And I joked with people that it must have sounded to people walking by the hall or down the hallway that there was a rabid goose in my room. They probably went to the front desk and reported there being a goose. And they probably said, no, she found out her new son is Frank. It's all good.
You're a
But
good boy,
he
Frank.
is, this match is spot on.
Our Garfield.
Garfield.
Yeah, we joked that with Haley that we were getting a cat, so we started calling Frank Garfield before we got him.
He's a handsome boy, huh, Frank? He's so handsome. Fluffy, it's incredible how much people can't understand the fact that working dogs are working, not being a pet. Cloud, is there a permanent time change for Friday's Mystery Day? No, this was just a special mail call because they have to leave pretty soon, and they were kind enough to stop by and visit us and do mail calls so you could all see them and how great Bumble and Frank and Kinley are.
Crazy Kinley.
And we're
And
glad.
Scott, the other pet.
Yeah. The rabid one in the house.
Let's see. Red Droka, I hope the guests met the founder of SDP, Carlene White. They know Carlene, so don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Crafty, you make several good slogan shirts referencing your dogs. Have people commented on them?
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of comments, and when when I was helping with Proxy, they were actually effective because I made some shirts that said "in training,"
Oh, nice.
and people would be like, "Oh, we can't go near that dog," because for some reason people know "in training" and they ignore. But once they're a service dog, they think it's just their right to come at them.
Yeah. Let's see.
I wore one of my shirts from you yesterday.
Oh, you did? Cactus?
No, the trainer mode on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that one. Crafty, there's a service dog training program in my community, and I see the dogs training around town. That's awesome.
It is. We need more.
Fluffy, it's great.
You guys, it's you all.
It's all
I read
Frank.
these before I read them all.
It's all that cuteness.
Cat lover. A little while ago, while I was shopping at a local store, there was a German Shepherd service dog in training, and she let me pet him and stuff, but then a lady started raising her voice with her because she did not like the dogs.
Well, you can
Some-
order. You can shop at home.
Yeah.
The internet's a marvelous thing.
Some handlers, yes, will let people pet their service dogs. It is definitely different types of service dogs have different needs. Different training organizations have different suggestions for their clients. But in general, especially for mobility service dogs, it's not a good idea to even ask to pat the dog.
No.
No.
Any distraction could harm the handler.
Yeah. Scott went sideways into a rack at Walmart one day. He was
Bruised
bruised for
ribs.
weeks.
Oh my goodness.
And this was after talking to the gentleman for about a half hour on people touching the dog and what happens.
Yep.
So he went and grabbed Bumble's head. And he reared back and I fell into the rack.
What did the guy do?
Well, he apologized. Like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I looked at him. I went to high school with him. I said, "Dave, did that just happen?" And he went, "I wasn't even thinking. He's just so beautiful."
Yeah.
So's your wife, but I don't pet her.
That's a
Can I pet your dog? Can I pet your kid? It never goes over well.
No.
That is funny though. That is good. That would get their attention though.
Yeah.
Rather than, no, you can't pet my dog, because they're going to ignore that. But if you say something like that, that would make them think, oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Do
if
you
we're-
want to pat my wheelchair? Like,
Yeah, he has that. I made him that shirt. Hard to believe.
Oh my.
Would you ask to pet my wheelchair too?
Crafty, what did Bumble think of Macy when he arrived? I know you miss your old lady.
Yeah. Old
she
lady.
was so
Grandma. That's actually a great question. Macy was the grand dame of the manor, and she was a whopping 40 pounds of Beagle lab mix. And Bumble just clicked with both of our dogs. And Kinley's always the loose cannon, as Haley can tell you. And they immediately, Bumble and Kinley were on the bed with Scott sleeping that night. It was like, boom. And she looked at Bumble and said, "I know you're going to make a difference." And Macy just knew immediately that Bumble was a good egg.
She was a sweetie. I got to meet her.
Yeah, that's right.
Sweet
She
old
was
lady.
a sweet old lady. Yeah.
Fluffy, thank you guys for bringing Frank for us to see. Lots of love, long and healthy life to Frank and his family.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you very much. That means a lot.
Crafty, how is Proxy with his family? I know they are facing some significant challenges.
Proxy's doing great. Sadly, Steve is not well. Steve is in complete renal failure, and it's not good. So, if you pray, if you send vibes, any light you can send, please.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
Crafty, can I pet your wheelchair? Question mark. Well, what they meant by that was, if he was in a wheelchair, they wouldn't want to
Pet my
pet
wheelchair.
his
A
wheelchair.
service dog is a mobility device, a medical device.
Right.
It's not a dog. Service dogs, under at least the VA, are considered prosthetics.
Yeah.
So they are literally medical equipment.
They are a complete extension of the handler, and there's, you know, they're not there for your entertainment, they're not a novelty, and
And he goes everywhere with me except for the operating room.
he doesn't like the time that they're apart when that happens. When they bring Scott in, Frank just lays on the floor staring at the door. Is that lady gonna bring Dad back? Did she eat him? What happened?
A lot of people post that, like when they're all, a lot that have our dogs say that they don't like the separation.
Yeah, no, they're just.
Frank's
they're
very
on-
clingy, and I love it.
Yes.
It's a good bond.
Usually on your lap.
Yep.
Or in the chair next to you, which is funnier. Frank will just back right up and sit next to Scott when he drinks his coffee.
Oh, he's a good bad boy, huh, Frank?
He is.
You okay?
Yeah, they're just getting a little rainbow.
Oh. Bert and Jet just having a good time. I was making sure Karen didn't fall because I knew she was over in the corner.
Grab my walker, it's right there.
I love the bird.
Oh. I wonder if he'd like, well, he didn't really do anything around the puppies, but he was working too. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that
he's
was
quite a reunion for him here today though, with all his people.
Yeah.
You know, like that butt just wiggles. He's so happy to see everybody. He spotted Haley and John, and he was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. Haley and John and Sarah.
Sarah,
Yes.
his girlfriend Sarah.
Oh my
That-
Sarah.
goodness, Sarah
Yep,
used
both
to fight with
Sarahs.
me over him.
Yeah, Sarah C. Came out to visit us a few months back, and we brought Frank out of the bedroom, and he does, the way he greets people is to bark at them and say hello, like most dogs. And as soon as she opened her voice, he went, "Oh, my girlfriend," and he was all over her lap. We couldn't get him down.
When he was little, he would come over and sit with me, and I'd say, "Oh, Sarah, whose baby is he today?" He's just being fickle today, she'd say.
Fickle boy.
Oh. Crafty, thank you for the chat. Did Frank come for recertification?
Nope, we just came for a visit.
Good, just came for a visit.
We did this. Why don't you tell them, Sim, why we're here?
No, because I'll cry.
Yeah, I never cry. Scott, you
go
go
for it. Go for it.
I've been a supporter since the cams went live. And Scott and Lynn have become my friends when he was paired with Bumble because I bought this service vest. Because I do that for the veteran matches.
Mm-hmm.
And we've bonded, and so I've never been able to come. And they said, what, February?
In February. Well, when
February,
the
yeah.
tentative dates for Dogfest
First
were
came.
posted. I booked the room.
She goes, we want to bring you there for your birthday present.
Oh.
Pulled down the driveway, I start crying.
Oh, so you didn't even know you were coming here?
No, I did.
Oh, you did.
But even still, just the fact that I'm here,
Yeah.
you know, and to see what a difference everyone makes. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I can't say thank you enough for what each and every one of you do to touch these dogs.
Okay, don't cry.
Because I see firsthand what a difference it is.
Yes.
Yeah, this is why we do it.
Yep.
Yes.
And I thank you for your support, Sim,
Oh,
because
yes, absolutely.
We all thank you.
You're welcome.
People like you
It
that
was-
keep us going.
it was my lifeline. Seriously, that vest was my lifeline to Bumble. I went all over with that vest until I wore it thin.
Right.
And you don't know how much the handler talks to their dog through that vest.
Yeah.
But we're not friends any longer.
No, no.
We're family.
I'm gonna walk. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
I was gonna
when
say
you
maybe
said
you
we
should-
became friends, I thought you were gonna say we became family.
Well,
Yeah.
I got yelled at because it's not family. We're not friends. We're family. So
Friends, family, friends.
Yes.
Those tend to be better.
Yes.
We saved that word for very special people.
And they told me I even get to go home with them. They're not going to just dump me on the side of the road. Least days of yet.
What's it?
Oh, that's
It's a
nice.
9.5 hour walk for you to get home.
It is.
so-
We have plenty of blankets we could
Yeah.
give you.
Grab a fluffy.
Just give me a puppy and I'll be good.
And there's a Sim bear.
That's right.
Yep. Okay, Anita Flo. My grandmother lived in Morristown, New Jersey, and we always saw the German Shepherds in training. The Seeing Eye was probably the first service dog organization in America, and Morris Frank, the founder, was a friend of my grandmother's.
Wow.
It was amazing learning about what they could do for their partners when I was a small child. Now they have moved away from German Shepherds and use retrievers and the other breed as well. Thank you, Rita. Crafty, does Proxy like to chew and eat things like his naughty brothers?
No, he's really well behaved. He's a fabulous dog. You know, they live in a smaller space. But he's a couch potato. He's a Dane. He's a Dane. He wants a lap, he wants a couch, he wants your love, and he's got plenty of that at home.
He's beautiful.
He's that boy, my pea. I love him so much.
I remember when we'd be feeding outside and he'd be waiting for his turn. He'd press his face up against the chain link and just lick it as if he could lick through the fence.
That's great. That's key.
Oh.
Yeah, Fred does that too, and I think of Proxy every single time.
Fluffy, is there anything that can be done to bring light to the fact of working dog must be respected?
Just
Educate.
take it from us and spread the word. The education of people we appreciate when we see them at stores, and the parents go, "Oh no, that's a helper dog," to their kids.
Or the
So,
kids tell their parents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
a lot of that.
We get
A lot more of kids telling their parents, you know, that it's a helper dog.
I love
But
it. We have a couple.
education is a good thing. So spread the word.
And we've actually, since we got Bumble and now with Frank, we learned something magnificent. Two amazing things. Danes aren't service dogs and they don't come in this color. He's not a Dane. We don't know what he is.
He's a lap dog.
Oh, amen to that.
Chihuahua.
Yeah.
We just set in some Miracle Grow.
Okay, a couple more. Wildflower, thanks for the visit with all the special people and dogs. Thank you, Wildflower.
Thank you.
Fluffy, suggestion. Maybe the t-shirts in the future should have written, "Please do not pet my service dog."
They do.
We have them.
Yep, they do have them.
Yeah,
no-
people
no-
tend to ignore every single patch on the vest, everything. You could be holding a billboard.
Be holding this.
Yeah.
Don't touch my dog.
Yeah, and people will still ignore it. Oh, I didn't see it.
What was that all about, Frank?
It says somebody's phone's ringing.
Mine is.
Okay, is that it for questions? It's getting kind of late and they might want to visit some more of the pups here and before they head out. Last call. Last call for questions. Bert's saying last call for questions.
It's like, no, I want one more martini. Get that balloon.
Nope, I don't see any more questions. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, Sam, Scott, and
And thank everybody for their support and their donations, their continued support.
Every little penny helps, so keep donating.
yes.
Every positive thing helps.
Yes,
Yeah.
positive
It could be
stuff.
as simple as
Poo pickers.
poo pickers. Poo pickers. Oh, poo pickers.
Yeah, those are hard
So
to make. Oh,
useful.
man, they're great.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you all for a nice chat and have a nice weekend and tune in to us on Sunday or if you're doing the walk, send us some of your videos and we'll be sending you guys some. We'll post Lynn will post some on Service Dog Project and have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.